everyone, and welcome back to this humble abode of gameplay and memes. Today I return to you once more with another Supreme Commander Forged Alliance Forever replay cast. This time around we are going to be looking at a brand new map that has only recently been introduced. Yes, this map was made by a community member. I of course don't remember who right now, but I'll probably show it on screen as I'm talking here. This is a very new map. It's probably like less than 2 weeks old at this point, at the time of recording, and it looks pretty great, I'm not gonna lie. You got these like mountains, you got these amazing looking plateaus, or rather there is one big plateau in the middle, where all of the action seemingly will take place, because it doesn't seem like there are any off-ramps on the outside. However, there are some off-ramps on the inside, as there is a very rich looking ravine in the middle here, with lots and lots of reclaim, lots and lots of trees. All in all, very cool stuff that you would definitely do well to fight for and reach it as soon as you can. This map doesn't seem to be adaptive, or at least not this version, certainly. Maybe they will make an adaptive version eventually, maybe they already have, because it seems like there would be some room for some extra players around the edges. But for now we are going to be looking at a 4v4 replay, and we are going to be witnessing a pretty high ranked game on average. Here you can see the average ranks for the teams are exactly equal at 1575. Amazing, completely even average rank. As you can also see, the map is a little bit, asymmetrical. There is some water on one side, but no water on the other. There's also this weird outcropping. It seems you can land on here, but there is nothing to gain from it. It's just a bit of a hidden place, I suppose, that might or might not allow you to make some skillful plays, as long as you desire. But we'll see yet if our players decide to go that route today. And speaking of the players, let's start introducing them. In the blue corner on Team 1, first and foremost, starting this time from the eastern side, as this one seems to be the closest to the enemy, we're going to have ourselves Amneseaa, or Amneseaa, or whatever. I have no idea how I'm supposed to pronounce that, as per usual. At 1800 rank points, playing UEF in pastel pink, going first land. Moving towards the northwest this time around, next up on the chopping block, so to speak, because they are still relatively on the front line, it's going to be Triple F at 1700 rank points, playing Seraphim in coordinate red, also going first land. This is land, right? I keep forgetting what Seraphim factories look like. Yeah, it's definitely land. Okay. Third and last for this team on the front line is going to be, at 1600 points, another UEF representative by the name of Nord_, playing in Color Confusion Cyan, and also unsurprisingly going first land. Last but not least for this team, on the prospective air position, because it would take way too long for this person to reach the front lines in any capacity, is going to be Hitgirl_RU. At 1200 points, so the lowest ranked player in this entire game, playing Cybran in Blues Blue, going first land. Moving on to Team 2. In the purple corner, starting conversely from the southwest. First and foremost, we are going to be looking at Karateka. What an amazing name. At 1500 rank points, playing once again UEF in Winter Wipeout White, going first land. In the middle of the front line, we've got ourselves our first Aeon representative for the day. It is going to be Redvisimosis. Also at 1500 rank points, playing Aeon like I just said. And Shrinking Violet, going first land. Next up, towards the east, the easternmost player of Team 2 is going to be none other than Alt_F4_Ubivator. At 2000 rank points, the highest rated player in this match, playing UEF once again in, what is it again? What do I call this color? Road Rage Red, right. Yes, I'll cut that out during montage, of course. Bruh. Playing UEF in Road Rage Red, going first land. And last but not least, for this match and for this particular team, we've got ourselves another Aeon player, another Aeon representative. This is going to be Cokey. What a wonderful, very quaint and very cute name, I'd say. Anyway, going first land as well, at 1300 rank points and wearing fresh and fragrant orange. And with the player introductions out of the way, just a quick reminder for everybody who is watching this, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel if you still haven't, and maybe leave a comment down below detailing what you would and wouldn't like to see. As we move on here to speed up the game slightly and see exactly what our players are going to be up to, we already see a mech marine accompanied by a snoop, of course, coming out of Ubivator, proving his status as the greatest, oh, not greatest, but I mean highest rated player in this game already. Already up for some sneaky plays. We shall see if it pays off in any way, shape, or form. Yet, of course, that is another, you know, part of being a skillful player. It's not just that you make certain plays. It's also that you actually make them count and they actually accomplish something. That's, you know, that's another rather important aspect of this game, I'd say. Especially with tiny units, weak units like mech marines. Commander's already going out this way and that. We've got Nord stepping up to the plate, no doubt trying to reclaim the highest amounts of mass here as quickly as possible. This is a really weird movement pattern though. It looks like, oh, it's been assigned to an engineer. Okay, so an engineer is going to be building extractors while the commander of Nord is going to be collecting rocks. Looks like Nord is very much first out, and yes, we can see the mech marine manages to kill one engineer, but then immediately perishes under fire from two opposing mech marines. Actually, it's crashed out, it killed two engineers, so very well done. You know, you might say engineers aren't, a single engineer isn't that much more expensive than a mech marine, and considering, you know, the marine died and also left a wreckage behind, it's not that big of a deal, but it killed two engineers, and those engineers don't just have value in and of themselves. They also build a whole bunch of stuff, and now a whole bunch of that has been prevented, and even more has been prevented now as a bomber flies in as well out from Ubivator, or Ubivator, or whatever, however you want to pronounce that, and already killing a couple more engineers. It looks like, though, in this case, Amneseaa was mostly prepared, as they managed to roll out a couple of mobile anti-air guns, which sealed the deal and did not allow the bomber to make any substantial progress. Also, a really interesting fog effect on this map, as you can see right now. This is something I didn't mention. This is actually like real fog that, if we press Ctrl V here, you can see it's far above. It's basically like the clouds for this map. Very bizarre. Not entirely sure what that's about, but yes, we've got our first commander exchanges on the field. We've got some tanks rolling out from Karateka in order to face up to Nord. Nord, of course, coming out with tanks of his own. Already a radar built up as well, so should have a bit more intelligence. At least, I mean, intelligence like data. Should be working with a little bit more data in comparison to Karateka, and yes indeed, Karateka is planning no such thing, though he's also overflowing mass horribly. I wish I didn't click on that because that burned my eyes real good. Anyway, in the meantime, we are witnessing tank clashes on the eastern flank as well. Rather, looks rather like a mirror situation here, because, you know, on both flanks we've got UEF versus UEF here. All of these players on the flanks are UEF, so it's not going to be that much different, except that the commanders are currently not participating. The commander of Amneseaa just walking around collecting rocks. The commander of Ubivator just literally standing still. Not entirely sure what it, well, it's headed somewhere now, but it looks like it's just walking to block the path of enemy tanks, I guess. In the meantime, it looks like Nord is being forced back from on his own flank, which means it's good news for Karateka, as he might be able to reclaim some extra tanks here and get a little bit of a mass advantage over Nord. However, it should be noted that, you know, Nord definitely reclaimed a whole bunch of rocks here already. And I'm not entirely sure Karateka is doing that. We should probably switch to reclaim view here and see that Nord has already reclaimed 2400 mass. By comparison, Karateka is sitting at 3700, so never mind, I have no idea what I'm talking about apparently. Karateka is way far ahead. I'm guessing I missed some rocks that he reclaimed like closer to his base. So definitely his advantage will keep mounting as long as he manages to chase Nord off. In the meantime, we've got Aeon versus Seraphim in the middle, finally something relatively exciting, as Redvisimosis is trying to chase down a few tanks that somehow managed to sneak by the commander and are now threatening his forward production. Won't be threatening too much longer because there are opposing tanks rolling out from those factories, but could have been dangerous for a moment when the bombers were destroying engineers. This bomber actually has killed at least one engineer, and another thing here, I missed what that was. I think it was an artillery piece maybe. And the bomber is still flying, unlike the very unfortunate bomber out from Ubivator. And now, well, never mind. It tried to bomb a mass extractor before it got shot down, but the extractor survives. Redvisimosis and FAF are trading relatively evenly. Redvisimosis looked like they were being surrounded there for a second by advancing enemy tanks, but all that did really was make sure that all of the opposing tanks died while Redvisimosis keeps his own tanks relatively intact, because that's how Aeon tanks work. They hang back and utilize their range advantage in order to cause— oh my goodness me, we missed a kill already. Amazing. Amneseaa somehow manages to walk into a trap. Ubivator doesn't even have a freaking any upgrades on his commander, just kind of walked in and kill him, I guess. Genuinely not sure what that was. I don't think there were any T2 aircraft in the air yet. There could have been. There is definitely potential. A T2 transport being made by Cokey. In the meantime, Amneseaa is saying there are approximately 4 things there. I'm not entirely sure what they're talking about. Oh, in the meantime, we've got bombers out from Hit Girl flying over and trying to destroy something in the base of where this is Karateka, right? They've actually killed a whole bunch of engineers, surprisingly effective bombers here, having scored way more kills than he had any right to. Ubivator, meanwhile, still feeling relatively confident and pushing against the forward base, formerly belonging to Amneseaa, now being transitioned to FAF. Massive tank clash between, of course, Nord as well as Karateka. It looks like they're still relatively even though. Karateka was pushing for the moment, but now has to retreat because most of his tanks have run out. More tanks coming in, rolling in, but it seems like he's still going to be on the retreat path for the most part. In the meantime, though, on the other side of the— damn it, on the other side of the world, it looks like— I was gonna say it looks like Mr. Ubivator is being surrounded, but no, he's relatively okay. He's still destroying the opposing turrets with the help of his own artillery, of course. I'm still a little bit worried for him because there are now T2 turrets being constructed and he does not seem to be targeting them. Has bombed a couple of engineers into oblivion, but the turret is up. That is a serious boost to the defensive firepower in this location. Meanwhile, though, there was a massive artillery drop out from Cokey in the base of Hit Girl. The Hit Girls, all of her 4 core mass extractors, 5 actually, have been destroyed, but the artillery pieces aren't done yet. They're still going. If you look at Hit Girl's economy, she's still overflowing mass, I don't know, somehow. And the artillery pieces are getting cleaned up, but damn, that was a painful loss. All of these were T2, by the way. So yeah, incredibly, oh, but all of the gunships coming in out from FAF are about to finish. Oh, yes, indeed. The gunships out from FAF finish Ubivator off. He got absolutely careless with barely any air defense. And there you go, there's the punishment. Immediately. What an amazing turnaround. Meanwhile, yes, some upgrades, of course, going up for our commanders. Well, Redvisimosis and FAF are not interested in any upgrades so far. However, on the western flank, it's a very much opposite situation, as we've got both Nord and— I'm pretty sure, yes, both Nord and Karateka are already working out with guns. And now Nord is upgrading Nano, while Karateka is just standing. He is upgrading something, alright? He is upgrading T2, right, yeah. T2 engineering suite. So we're gonna have Gun Nano versus Gun T2 very soon. A few aerial ships are still flying around from Redvisimosis in the area of— in the base of— former base of Amneseaa. The base could not be breached. It is still standing, it is still working. However, they did destroy one of the turrets. Should probably finish this one, to be honest, but I'm sure Triple F is dealing with other stuff elsewhere. Meanwhile, gun upgrades going up for Redvisimosis already done so quickly. We're watching at +0 and we're still, it's like this. Would you look at that though? Transports out from both Triple F and Cokey are about to run into each other. Oh my goodness, can they see each other? No, the vision range is way too low, yep. But would you look at that? It's carrying T3, I think it's T3 engineers is carrying for Triple F. So Triple F has already gotten T3 land, I'm assuming. No, that's T2 air. Okay, maybe those are just T2 engineers, never mind. But they are very well going to land very soon. A squadron of gunships, meanwhile, from Triple F invading on the other side. Damn, Triple F is really playing up to his micro standards here, or his rank standards, I should say. Somehow swift winds rolling into the place and destroying the gunships. I'm pretty sure they are enough to shoot down the gunships. Oh, especially with the help of Corona fighters now out from Cokey. So yes, I'm assuming at this point both air players have operational. Never mind. Hit Girl is still struggling to recover after that horrific bombardment that her mass extractors endured. She has now rebuilt all of these extractors into T2 again. But damn, that was something. Alright, so the engineers have landed there, T2 engineers, and currently they're just standing there doing nothing. Meanwhile, I'm expecting this airdrop out from Cokey to be much more effective. It's now dropping in Triple F's base instead of Hit Girl. Triple F, I don't think, has gotten hit by this stuff yet, so he might be heavily disappointed to suddenly find his base being overrun by enemy artillery. However, he's already got some T1 bombers, excuse me, in the air. And as long as Cokey doesn't micro too hard, those bombers should, in theory, be enough to destroy the artillery. Oh, especially with some tanks rolling out as well. However, there aren't enough of them to prevent the destruction completely, and we could lose a couple more mass extractors here for Triple F before the artillery pieces are cleaned up. Because, you know, these are Aeon artillery pieces, they do a lot of damage. They've got a small radius, they don't always hit their targets, but when they do, oh boy, they do. Yep. 3 mass extractors in, right? Yep, 3 T2 mass extractors. He tried to save the last one but couldn't. 3 T2 mass extractors lost for Triple F. I'm sure he's also molding over that. Orange, you have more air, maybe T3 bomber, suggests Mr. Ubi Vader from Beyond the Grave. Of course, T3 land in the meantime was being produced for a very long time. I'm very surprised that the transport survived this mission. The T2 transport out from Cokey is coming back to base home safe. The gunships out from Redvisimosis are trying to clean up the Titans. It looks like they will be successful for the most part. The Titans didn't really accomplish too much. I don't think they killed too many extractors. Unless, well, this extractor was T2, I think it got killed by the Titans, so never mind. Another airdrop in the meantime on the other side of the world by Cokey again. Okay, already 3 T2 mass extractors lost and they still keep going. Well, no, there's no chance. There are so many tanks out here for Triple F that no, that could not have succeeded any further than it already did, but I'm sure it mostly paid off. Okay, that should not do this though. Like, I understand that you think the transport won't survive, but that was not right. That was not the play. So the T2 engineers out from Triple F are finally building something up, and what do you know? Of course, they will be building up TML. TMLs first and foremost. Of course, they are also covered by a stealth field, so nobody sees them. That is all well and good. Also, I am not seeing the air forces of either air player. I have no idea what's happening. Well, Hit Girl is definitely has recovered at this point. He's finally got an operational T3 power generator, so she can now definitely start producing T3 air and catching up as, you know, Cokey is fooling around producing Spectre gunships and whatnot. I don't think your air advantage is so overwhelming that it should just start spamming gunships instead. I do not quite believe that is the play just yet. Another massive land clash is about to happen for, or rather between, once again, Karateka and Nord are here on the case. It looks like Nord has more Titans in this instance, but he doesn't have anything besides Titans, while for Karateka is a massive swarm of T1 land spam and also Spectres coming in from Cokey as well. Wonder how well this is going to perform. Let's see. Of course, I'm also paying attention to the minimap, seeing, watching for hopefully the missile launches for Triple F with his little missile base that he's created in the rear guard of the enemy. It looks like the Spectre gunships are doing some damage, but they aren't targeting the commander. They're just targeting turrets and titans and whatnot, which on one hand it makes a lot of sense because, you know, there aren't too many of them, so they might not be able... Whoa, the Restorer just flies into a camera, nice one. They might not be able to kill the commander anyway, but on the other hand, it's like, why did you bring them in the first place? You know, killing a couple turrets and titans won't really solve your problems. Mostly just... It looks like mostly it will just end up as a mass donation. Yeah, see, Karateka has to hide behind a cliff because now there are Percival assault bots coming in from north as well. We should... Oh, yep. I see the launch. I think this is the first missile launch out from Cokey, and already there is a response force. Yep, there are like a million pings going out. I think it might be Ubi Vator who noticed the firebase because, you know, he's not in the game no more. So yeah, we've got, yep, massive structures being destroyed every which way. I am sure all of these missiles will land because nobody's building TMD as of now. They are just now finishing one, but yeah, all of the missiles have hit something. They haven't exactly hit the intended targets, at least not all of them, but yep, there are 3 massive structures completely gone along with their storage units. There is another massive structure that almost got destroyed, but it's T3, so it survived just barely. It might get destroyed anyway, though, right? Oh, never mind. This is headed for another extractor. Of course, immediately, you know, response force, a couple of these restorers flies in and destroys. Yep. Oh, it also just got upgraded to T3, so that one survived as well. Oof, that was a little bit disappointing. At least it was for Triple F, I'm sure. But yeah, now you should probably just stop producing. Yeah, you should stop producing stuff and Control K. I think you just Control K those things. Well, that's well done because don't want to spend any more resources on them if they are about to get destroyed anyway. On the eastern flank, meanwhile, we've just got a couple Titans running around the field, destroying outlying mass extractors. Nothing too special. It doesn't look like there is anything big being planned by either Triple F or Redvisimosis. I'm guessing they are kind of content with the stalemate for now because, you know, these aren't their bases, right? They just inherited them from someone else, so like, it's not my base. Just let it stand there, you know, no big deal. Just let it stand there, you know, as long as it doesn't get breached, we're fine. Especially if you look at this, just a whole bunch of triads and TMDs and shields and everything out from Triple F here. He's just saying, he's just giving up. He's just saying, yo, you don't come here, I don't attack you in return, we're all good and fine and dandy. Okay, a strategic bomber finally flies in from Cokey. However, there are so many interceptors, never mind, those aren't hitting anything. Strategic bomber accomplishing some serious kills, but now then it flies into... Yep, okay. There is now an air fleet not just out from Hit Girl, but also Triple F as well, so the two of them will be working together to match the air power of Cokey. And no, they've even got some 3 hits in, whilst the fighters of Cokey were retreating. The fighters of Redvisimosis are flying in to help, but they are all getting shot down because the two of them were very poorly coordinating between each other. This means that the Restorers are still free to continue their rampage of destroying Titans and Percivals every which way. Actually, never mind, a couple Gemini fighters do fly in. Of course, Restorers are very famous for their superior anti-air defenses, but I'm sure at least this one Restorer, who's a 2-star veteran already, by the way, yeah, this one Restorer will definitely go down. Not entirely sure about the other one, but it looks like a lot of the missiles are actually missing. Interesting. I thought, you know, those being homing missiles, they shouldn't really miss a whole lot, but nope. Those very valuable Restorers are going to get destroyed here. I probably shouldn't have spent so much time just looking at a couple of Restorers. More Titan raids, of course, from the opposite side as well, destroying a couple of mass extractors. They were intercepted by Percivals, however, interestingly enough, so there are a few Percivals left in the back to guard the positions. Another airdrop coming in, once again on the former base of Amneseaa. This time though, oh yeah, they do manage to drop, but then immediately... Okay, never mind. Immediately all the artillery pieces are crushed under the wreckage and then finished off by Percivals. Nope. Won't accomplish this much this time. Alright, there is another strategic bomber out from Cokey, once again attempting the same strategy. A fire base that was standing here out from Triple F has been eradicated by the overwhelming artillery power of Redvisimosis. Now, Triple F himself is retreating as far as possible from the front line. Wise choice now. Ooh, what an epic bomb. It's going to be the only bomb this bomber drops, but he did manage to destroy 2 extractors here. Nord is asking Triple F for a Seraphim Engineer T3, of course. Reasonable suggestion indeed. Nord, in terms of economy, let's look at the economy here to figure out who needs to do what. Okay, so Triple F as well as Redvisimosis, as expected, both of them owning 2 bases. As expected, they are very far ahead in terms of mass output, as you can see for yourself on the top right. Cokey and Karateka, as well as Nord and Hitgirl, are lagging behind somewhat. Interestingly though, Karateka is the lowest income player for Team 2, while for Team 1 is still Hitgirl. She's still having major trouble recovering from that horrific attack from the Cokey's airdrop, right? Yeah. More fighters fly in, though this time these are Wasp fighters of the UEF being produced by Nord actually, so even Nord is dipping into the air game as well, also producing some T3 fighters because he's like, look, we can't just sit around like this. Hitgirl is clearly not up to the challenge, and like Triple F is helping but not enough, so I gotta do this stuff as well, right? Yeah, especially considering I didn't mention before, or I barely mentioned, but yes, Redvisimosis is also, of course, producing T3 air from his main base on the, yep, right here. Also making Galactic Colossi. The first GC is about to hit the field here, and it's about to attack Nord as well. That could be serious trouble, actually. I'm not at this point, I'm actually not sure how Nord is planning to get out of that, because the GC is already right there. The 5 Percivals will not be enough, especially considering the GC outranges them. Unless the GC just stops chasing the commander. Does he realize it's there? Okay, well, they definitely see the commander, or they can if they pay attention. Nord is asking for mass. Mass, please. Yeah, he's trying to finish. Well, I mean, he's trying to finish a fat boy. Fat chance of that now. It's only like 30% done. And even though he's still got some mass in the coffers, that won't last very long. Triple F just gives him an 8,000 mass just like that. Wow. There is now a strategic bomber which is bombing. Oh yeah, of course, it's bombing Nord. I was gonna say friendly fire, but no, that's definitely not friendly fire. Nord is an enemy here. He is an enemy territory, and boom! Down he goes. So we are only left with. I was gonna say we're only left. Yeah, we're only left with 1 UEF player in the match. You know, considering we've started with half of the players as UEF, we've only got 1 left now. It's a bit of a sight. And of course, oh my god! And of course, there is another airdrop into Hitgirl's base, and the T3 generator explodes. Oh no! Oh god! And yeah, Nord is complaining about Hitgirl producing no air. Well, you know, at least Triple F is producing some air, so that's something, and like, you can't entirely blame Hitgirl for the situation because, you know, you don't always expect stuff like this to happen. She's forced to withdraw her commander from whatever it was doing, and is trying to protect the base using the commander, which should be enough. Except some of the artillery pieces have escaped and will now probably kill off 3 more mass extractors. We'll keep our eyes on that. We'll see exactly how many they killed. Also, I don't see the GC. Oh, it's, yeah, okay. The GC is still at half health. Actually, even more. 2-star veterans, it grabs it grabbed the transport off the ground and pulled that in as well. There are now Notha bombers being scrambled by Triple F out of whatever he's got left over. More dragonflies being sucked into the GC, also getting annihilated. Yep, these are Notha bombers. These aren't attack bombers, these are Notha bombers. The GC stops moving, which is probably not the smartest decision. Probably could have destroyed a couple more mass extractors if it kept moving. Although, yeah, yep, you should definitely blow that up, okay? There is a freaking T3 HQ with 2 generators. If you switch targeting to power right now, you can probably still do it. There is a shield in the way that, nope, not with the shield. Was a good attempt, but it failed at the very last second. Okay, so the T2 artillery out of Redvisimosis in the middle is still blasting away the remainder of Triple F's forward base. There is now a squadron of Titans that joined the GC as well, so Redvisimosis at this point is just bringing Titans over from Ubivator's former base. Respectable. You know, Titans are relatively... Whoa. What? Okay, the Titans just got like one shot by something. What happened? Okay. The moment I was about to compliment Redvisimosis for bringing Titans over to help the GCs and whatnot, the Titans just got vaporized. Well, okay, alright, sure. Broadsword gunships now being mass-produced by Triple F as well, out from I don't even know where. An air fight breaks out over the top of Triple F's base. That's not the most ideal position for Team 2 to have an air fight. Now at this point, Hit Girl definitely has more air than Cokey does, at least in the immediate area. Cokey realizes his mistake and retreats. However, Hit Girl does not pursue. I think she's just, oh yep, destroyed 2 more mass extractors. I feel like if Cokey was microing those artillery pieces better, they could have destroyed this one as well, but oh well. Can't always micro everything, can we? Especially considering for some reason, I guess it was auto balance that they did, but for some reason it put the lowest ranked players on air positions. Which normally, you know, like, if both air players are the lowest rank, then it could be relatively fine, right? Because they're going to be a relatively even match, but sometimes one of these low ranked players has a strategy in mind, and the other one doesn't, and so Cokey just abused the artillery drops to hell and back. Hit Girl still hasn't rebuilt those T3 mass extractors. What is happening? Where are your engineers? What? Huh? Did she also lose like all the T3 engineers as well? Honestly, at this point I feel like her commander should have the RAS as well, because it's not really in danger of dying, so should be doing something. But yeah, Team 1 in some trouble as they've got one player managing in the entire front line. Hit Girl keeps putting out those dragonflies. I have no idea what's up with that. I guess dragonflies can like stun enemies, but from what we've just seen, I don't think they can actually stun T3 enemies at all, so not entirely sure what's up with that. A pack of Ravagers being built up in response to a Galactic Colossus that is approaching the main base of formerly Amneseaa. A swarm of Corsairs flies in as well. However, at this point the GC is supported by a bunch of Cougars out from the UEF base of Redvisimosis. Colossus is doing, I don't understand what it's doing, just finish off the engineers, mate. Come on, there's like engineers. Oh, the Titans, that's okay, the Titans will clean them up. Fair enough. Of course, the Land Factory headquarters as well as a T3 power generator being under threat here. Corsairs, oh what Corsairs, broadswords flying as well. The entire air force of Team 1 is also in the area, but like there is nothing to say, you know, Team 2 is not challenging this air force, not challenging those broadswords, they're just shooting them down from the ground. There you go, just enough air defense and you're good. Your GC can tank a lot of damage before Corsairs and broadswords can take it down, and there you go. All of the air-to-ground attack vehicles, or planes or whatever, have been cleaned up. The Thotha on the western flank, however, is providing an interesting opportunity for a counterattack here. It is being met, of course, with a bunch of Titans and Percivals, but it just walks past them and just continues forward. Or not. Okay, it actually wants... yeah, he seems to want to kill all of the Titans before proceeding. Oh, that was a massive blast right there. I think it was like a... I think that was the right arm blast from the Thotha, or well, obviously it was either the right arm blast or the head blast, but yeah, that was devastating. A couple strategic bombers fly overhead though, out from Cokey. Those strategic bombers could put an end to the Thotha, but the problem is, once again, Team 1's entire air force is on the case and trying to protect the beast as best it can. Yep. A couple broadswords definitely won't do the trick, however a Galactic Colossus that comes out to meet it definitely will. And at this point, yeah, there is no way this chicken can accomplish anything else, especially when it stops. Alright, so we can get back to the eastern flank, which, oh my goodness me. So, the Galactic Colossus did ultimately die. I'm pretty sure it should be lying around somewhere. But it did manage to destroy the entirety of Amneseaa's former base, and now, those Titans, those pesky little fast Titans, who always get everywhere, get Titans all over your face. They're like dirt, you know, you can never truly get rid of it. The Titans are already in Hit-Girl's base, destroying power generators. They're being only answered with a couple of whalers, and this is not a very great place to be, let's just say that. There is a Ythotha as well. However, I do believe there is something else brewing on the other side, so we should probably take a look at that. So right here we'll be watching this stuff unfold. Oh my god, the controls are ass. Alright, yeah, there you go, there's the Ythotha, and on this flank we got ourselves some more problems as a bunch of strategic bombers fly in. I think they are targeting the commander of... ooh, yep. They must be targeting the commander of... who is this again? Goddammit, Karateka, right, yes. Yep, the bombers are falling down, but they're also dropping bombs. All of the Air Force flies over as well. Karateka has got like 1 or 2 bombs, 1 bomb inside him, and there you go. I meant as in 1 bomb attack in him. Down goes Karateka. But in the meantime, Hit-Girl's base seems to have been completely destroyed by the Titans. And the Ythotha, even though it's trying its best, it's almost ran out of health at this point. And now the Titans and the Percivals are threatening. Can I join the map back up, please? Thank you. And now at this point, Triple F's main base is completely surrounded by Titans and Percivals. I think they also flanked them from a... oh, they went through the middle as well, so another squadron of Titans and Percivals. Oh, a mega chain reaction destroys the entire main base of Triple F, and at this point I am really not sure what else they could offer. There's even some demolisher shots flying in a little bit late, as usual, but they're doing their best, I suppose. Yep, so Hit-Girl has got no more air production. Triple F control keys out of the game. Hit-Girl is on a transport which is about to be destroyed. 75 health left in the transport. You want to do something about that? Hello? Okay, maybe not. There's a Galactic Colossus in the former base of Nord as well, just showing everybody who's boss, and Hit-Girl also control keys out of the game. And there you go, the game is over. Whew, what a match indeed. So, my intention of course with this cast was to showcase the new map. However, I hope the action didn't disappoint you either, because I specifically picked the replay that I enjoyed the most because of its action. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you still haven't, and maybe leave a comment down below detailing what else you would or wouldn't like to see. If you want your replay to be cast, if you think you've participated in an interesting game that you would like to see cast, you can always send a replay to me by joining my Discord server and finding the correct channel, which is called just Replay Submissions, very easy to find. You can send your cast there, just make sure, or you can send your replay there for me to cast, just make sure that the replay is not desynced, because you know, even if you played the game and it wasn't desynced while you were playing, sometimes the replay does end up being desynced like halfway through, and then there is no way to know what actually happened, and thus there is no point to cast it. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it once again, and I hope to see you soon. But for now, I have to go, so goodbye. Have a great rest of your day, and yep, see you soon on the battlefields of the future.